We're joined now by Lucas Shadat of Shadat Fitness to give us some tips about staying healthy and active as we get older. Welcome to the show, Lucas.
Thanks for having me here, Pete.
Can you tell us about yourself and how you got into the whole fitness scene?
Yeah, I have a background in sprinting, so for a good 15 years I was a state and national sprinter, and started Wollongong University back in '99 and sort of had a real thirst for health and fitness, and then progressed from there to eventuate into Shadat Fitness a few years after. So we've been around for a good close to 10 years now.
Right. And in terms of the people that you work with, what sort of age groups are we talking about here?
We have a broad age range. We have from kids, so we run a Sprints Academy for children, as well as our personal training side of things. We have kids as young as 5 and 6, all the way through to my oldest client who just turned 80. So he comes to me for strength training just the other day. He's fantastic.
Wow. So you obviously work with a lot of people. What do you see, how do you see people improving, and how does it improve their life?
We see fantastic improvements on all facets of, sort of fitness, in strength, just in general, I suppose, health and well-being. So we fitness test a lot of our clients there basically on every quarter. So they'll be tested on all facets regarding their own level of strength and fitness. So no two tests are always going to be the same, because no two individuals are going to be the same. So every program's individualised there basically. And we do see a lot of gain in terms of strength, bone mineral density. So we send them for their bone mineral checks, a lot of our elderly clients as well. So, and it's just fantastic to see.
And we hear a lot of correlation between physical fitness and mental health. Do you see many benefits mentally to people?
Absolutely. I've just noticed in myself, when clients have sort of come in where I suppose you could say they're a little bit down, sort of they're looking for that outlet. Exercise does provide that endorphin release, which is like that natural high. And we really do notice, and clients on their testimonials notice it massively, and just clarity of thinking, productivity at work, general everyday tasks seem a lot easier, essentially.
And you said before that you worked with people from the age of 6 to 80. So how do you do things differently with those various ages?
Well, with the elderly more so, we're looking at functional strength. So essentially, working on balance, working on strength to ensure their muscle fibres don't waste away, their bone mineral density doesn't decrease. So if they do hopefully not have a fall, then they can recover a lot quicker than, say, someone with less bone mineral density or less muscle mass.
Well, you can see I've done a little bit of damage to myself.
I can see that, yeah.
Now, it did mean a broken bone, but it has been repaired. I'm just wondering whether I might have got away with it when I was 20 compared to being nearly 60.
Potentially. Depends on the type of fall. It looks pretty nasty though. Yeah, it depends on your bone mineral density level. So if you had a test recently, you would be able to see exactly what you do, and it would also be dependent on what you're doing training prior to that as well.
Right. So while you're here, got any recommendations for me
Absolutely.
in my recovery?
Absolutely, definitely. Jump back on the bike, but on the exercise bike variety, not the actual bike. So
I do have one of those.
Excellent.
I'll get that out again.
Fantastic. And even leg-based movements, you want to work around the injured site, not directly affect that just yet. Let the healing process happen. So leg-based movements, you can even work the opposite arm to a certain extent. So a lot of testing now has happened on our neural pathways in working the opposing side to then aid the healing process. Right. But definitely exercise bike is a good one.
All right, that sounds good. Now look, we've probably got a lot of people watching who really don't exercise at all, and they're probably around my age and older, and they probably haven't exercised for a long, long time. Right. How do they get into it? What some very simple steps?
Definitely. First of all, medical clearance. Get your clearance from your doctor. Once that's sort of achieved and once you're all clear to go, I would start with some light walking a couple of times a week. And then you can start to add in, once those couple of weeks are up, if you're feeling okay, start to walk around, say, some more hills, add some functional movements like your sit down to stands out of the couch, your general walking around with the shopping, your general even push-ups against the wall.
Right.
So you work on a decreased incline. So start with the wall first up and then progress from there. But your sit down to stands are great because it is a functional movement that we do in everyday life. So we're getting out of the chair, we're going to get a coffee, then we come back and sit down. But definitely the walking, low impact, and then progress maybe towards the gym if you can.
Well, I was going to say towards the gym, or like what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And of course, when people go and join groups like yours, there's a social aspect to it as well.
Absolutely,
So I'm sure people meet new people, make new friends.
That's some of the best parts of training.
And there's a common goal, correct?
Absolutely. Look, we've got a lot of our groups, especially our group outdoor classes, they'll go for coffees and brekkie after. There's a lot of business relationships and even marriages that have been formed out of our company. So as a result, there's lots that happen.
No marriage breakups.
No, thank God. So, but overall, yeah, it is a really good social aspect. And whether you're doing the personal training, the one-on-one side of things, or with a group aspect, it's you do really form a close bond with everyone there.
Yeah. Well, Lucas, it's been absolutely fantastic having you on the show.
Pleasure,
You've been
Pete.
a breath of fresh air.
Thank you, mate.
It's great to sit next to someone so fit and healthy. And thanks for the tips.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Good on you.
Thank you.